How's it going, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Bulletstorm, and in today's episode we are defusing this nuclear bomb or something.
Move, Peckerwood!
Peckerwood? That's all I can fucking take, bro. And, I don't know, I hope we're getting close to the end of this game.
What are you doing?
Like, I don't know what's up with this game, but every episode of it, right? I feel like I'm recording, like I'm sitting here for like fucking 40 minutes or an hour. Just a really long time. But then it turns out that it was like 14 minutes. I guess it's just because a lot of shit happened.
Wrong move, it'll blow.
Go.
Okay,
Pull
I'm
the
doing
lever to
puzzles.
access the console.
Pull the lever. I say
Enter
lever,
the
but whatever.
following code. U-R-A-D-U-M-B-T-I-T.
Dumb. Big?
Now,
Wait, what?
press
What it
the
said?
yellow
You are
button to
a
confirm.
dumb. It said something like you are dumb.
You ball sacks done shot the bed yet again.
Ah, he betrayed us.
You just armed the DNA bomb.
You son of a bitch.
Well,
Oh, now it's
I got a
armed,
flight to
okay.
catch. Bottle of scotch waiting on board. Maybe I'll get a secretary to give me a mouth sucking.
Mouth sucking.
Find a way out of here.
I cannot. The
I really like
reinforced walls
Sarano
are
as a
too
villain.
thick
He's
to
just
stand
such a
through.
dick. What do we do? Oh, there we go.
Got it. Come on.
Look, ventilation, like in Duke Nukem 3D.
Where are
I
we
had a dream
going,
today. I'm gonna tell you
This
about my
is
dream that I
futility.
had.
Not
It
up.
was funny.
Eesh. Still a chance. Gotta get to Serrano's
Hey,
jump ship. Kill him
I
this
went with
shit
some
and get
people.
home.
I didn't know
Stick
them.
with me.
But
All
we went to
right,
like a
great.
port full of like port ships, like fishermen ships, right?
That's it.
And then we just started
Kinda like
swimming
a
around those
goddamn
ships on
joke.
like
It
pontons.
is no
and
joke,
stuff.
Ray. Just the end of the line.
But I don't know. We only did it.
Fuck that.
And then they rented one of the boats. But there wasn't enough place for me, so they didn't took me, and I was like, what the fuck, man? That's bullshit.
Look at that. Found
So
us
I
a nice,
rented
easy...
a
200-meter
jetpack,
fall.
and
Here.
I was just flying around my city, where I live.
Why? Shouldn't you be inevitably
And then I went to like
concluding?
an old. It used to be an arcade place, but now just empty
Perhaps
fucking
there
building.
is
And a guy
always a
came
way.
out of it,
Always
and there was like no people
Gotta kill
in the
that
city.
punk and get out of here.
And he said that the city's haunted. Now the city's cursed, and Disney bought it. I don't know why. And then like a bunch of really disturbing, fucking, I don't know even how to put it, like disturbing, kind of twisted looking Mickey Mouses. Oh, we're back where we came from.
Fucker rim job piece of shit.
Yeah,
We're right back
exactly.
where we started.
The room was not on fire
Couldn't
last
say it
time.
better, dude.
Okay.
And then
There's gotta be an
like a
out.
bunch of twisted Mickey
Perhaps
Mouses
this is a
attacked this
just
place.
end.
And I didn't
I would
really
rather
care, and I
die
just
in
went to
peace than
charge up my
frantically pushing
jetpack and
against
ran out of
fate.
juice.
Not me.
And then some
I'm
two
gonna
chicks
go out
came over to
rockin'
me, they
and
were like,
rollin'.
oh, you got a jetpack, want us to jerk you off? And I was like, nah, and I just flew away.
Listen,
I bet it's Trishka.
we've got company.
Oh, look, it's Trishka.
Trishka. How the hell?
What am I, some
Big
Sally
surprise.
Buttercup? I'm a goddamn Final Echo Squadron commander.
Or the dead
Caught a
Echo,
power
and she's like
line,
the
now come
final
on.
Echo. That actually
This
sounds
is
kind of
falling
cool.
apart.
Let's go.
I like how she doesn't mind that we just kind of let her fall off a building. Because so far,
Sorry I
for the
didn't
whole
get
game,
here to
she's
bail
been
you
kind
out
of a
sooner.
bitch.
Hope your pants are
Well,
dry.
the game
Hands are dry,
changed the level,
but my
it's
ass
kinda
is
weird.
puckered with joy.
You look
I almost
pretty
finished
scared in there.
Half-Life 2, by the
Calmer
way. I
than
got
you
to the
are.
point where you
Picked up
meet
chatter.
up with Barney
Jump ship's
again
heading
and you
toward the
go into like
spaceport.
a city
Perfect.
hall or
Let's
whatever.
go.
The
I'm feeling all
Nova
murdery.
something. And I think I'm heading for the final like section of the game. Overall, I died a couple of times. There was a moment where I pretty much had to go through like a long time with just one health, so I had to not fuck it up at all. And that was kind of hard to do.
Quit farting around.
Escape from
Really
Ulysses.
sounds unhappy.
Let's get to ground level. Follow me.
Then he said that we got like 3
Trishka,
minutes before the
for
bomb
what it
blows
is
up.
worth, I am sorry. Had I known Serrano's
I'm
intentions,
fine. Really. Thank you.
Oh, Ishi, are you completely fine now? Are you also fine with me, you know, causing your body to blow up and you being a robot now? We can get you a professional body engineer so you can look fine and still be a robot. Yeah, for real, because Doctor punched him up in like really quick time, so he didn't really have time to like, I don't know, put skin around this stupid metal. So they can get you to like a cool, I don't know, face surgeon or whatever. Like he can punch you up and you won't look like a disgusting piece of shit like you do now. I don't think I got anything. Any gaming news. I watched the second episode of Castlevania, right? Season 3. And second episode, what happened in it?
You struggle, figured that'd be harder.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't know,
How
like
far off
Isaac
is the spaceport?
bought like a mirror from a
They'll be
merchant.
waiting for him soon.
Hurry
I
up.
didn't like
Yeah,
Isaac
I
in the
got it.
previous season. Like I liked when he fought the Scottish vampire, even though I liked the Scottish vampire because he was pretty cool. And I was kind of mad that he killed him. I was hoping he would be like a reoccurring character, and he just kind of killed him. Oh my god, I got like charged up to everything. That's sick. But then, yeah, in this season so far, and he
Vacation
hired a
resort built on
boat.
the back of
I think
indentured
he's
felonious
heading for
servants.
the
Bad
castle where the
idea, as
new
it
set of
turns out.
vampires,
Picture the
bad
morons
vampires
who
are
made
hanging
it
out.
through around the term foolproof.
And for
a
some
bit.
reason, like yeah, that was a thing that in the first season where Dracula had his like vampire friends hanging out with him in his castle. I mean his
What's
general.
going on with these dumbasses?
Must have seen the jump ship in low orbit,
Dumbasses.
fighting to get to it first.
Good. Buys us an easy distraction.
And one of them was like a Japanese geisha looking vampire. And I thought it was just like a thing. Some of the later Castlevania games actually take place in Japan. So I thought that's what they were referencing maybe with her. But then it turns out that there's like some hunters in the forest. I guess every episode of Bulletstorm is gonna talk about new episodes of Castlevania. Like, Alucard gets jumped by some fucking Japanese hunter. And then and they wanted him to train them to become good vampire hunters. Blow him up, there we go. Because that Japanese geisha vampire, yeah, she was dead. But apparently Japan is filled with vampires. And I think that might be a reference to the fact that later Castlevania games started taking place in Japan. Did you know that like like in the canon of Castlevania, like Castlevania 1, 2, 3 take place in like, I don't know, 16th century maybe? I don't know. But in the past. But then like, as time went on, we got like, whatever, of Sorrow, we
These
got
punks are
other
tearing
fucking
it up.
Castlevania
I
games.
say we let them.
I just blew them all up. What was our point? We were supposed to let them kill each other. Shoot up. And some of the games actually take place in the future, believe it or not. Like, it's not like a distant future, like the year 3000 fucking Cyber Castlevania. It's more like year 2030, I believe. And they take place in Japan. And Alucard basically in the story renames himself and he becomes a completely different person. Like, it's still Alucard, but he gets like black hair. He changes his name to something Japanese. Where's the drink? I don't care, I'm cool. Will I get more points for being drunk while doing this? I don't think so. And basically, I really find it funny. The continuity of Castlevania is really weird. I really like the ones that they dealt in the past. I always like that in games where it's... Heard that? No, I thought someone said something. But I heard a weird voice. That was just some animal making a noise. And like there was this one about Leon Belmont, who was like the first Belmont. And he was like actually friends with Dracula. I mean, Dracula wasn't like Dracula yet. He was some dude. Trishka, you alright? Are you sure you're alright? And there was a story about this like two generals, and they were like buddies. One was like a great warrior, the other one was like a great tactician, and the tactician became Dracula. And the warrior was Leon Belmont, and then he had to kill him. You know, he like was the first to like start the vampire hunting family. Also, I think he's the first. Oh, whoa! What the fuck is going on with you? You're like all glitching out. You saw her hair doing a thing where it was like stretched out through the whole half of the hallway. What the fuck? Leon Belmont. Then after Leon, I don't know. I think it was someone else. Turns out that I thought Trevor was like direct father of Simon Belmont, but that's actually not the case. Apparently, I don't know if it's still canon or what. I don't even know what the fuck is considered canon. It could be considered canon in fucking Castlevania. Like, all of the Shadow ain't canon anymore. Like the normal Castlevania game. It's only the Shadow is like its own spin-off story. But then this is a Game Boy game, Castlevania game in text, and it's following Christopher Belmont. And supposedly that's son of Trevor Belmont. And then after Christopher, there's Simon. Oh, wait, that's a bad thing. What was it, some dude saying? Actually, I don't think we have seen like any NPCs in this game outside of my companions walking around me. Sarano betrayed us. I guess there's just no way that we're ever gonna reunite with him again.
Cannonball King and batting, 12 o'clock.
What am I missing? God, wait. I'm doing fine. There we go, I got it. Didn't hit a backpack. Oh wait, maybe they can kill each other. Or they're shooting each other. I'll have the thrill. I guess I'd rather fight these guys than the guys who are like quick and annoying. The mutants. Or the skulls, whatever they want to fucking call them. Speaking of the skulls, remember the skulls in Metal Gear 5? I remember an episode of Metal Gear 5 which was over an hour long. Because in that episode I was really annoyed by that. I was doing the mission where you had to save Code Talker. And that was long enough. But then when you escort Code Talker back to the base, we get attacked by the skulls, right? In the story, that's like, it can't be avoided. And then the patch on that mission, you can still set up your settings and everything, so you don't have to like fight them with whatever you chose to save Code Talker. Because for saving Code Talker, you'd probably take the stealthiest things you have. But then for fighting skulls, I guess you would take like the toughest things you have. Either way, I remember that for an hour I tried to beat the skulls and it was so hard and annoying. But then I tried, at the very end of the episode, like, maybe I'll try to use the T-Walker. And I tried that and I beat them in like 10 minutes. And I was so annoyed that this episode could have been so short. What is happening up there? Another fucking one of those motherfuckers. You should watch out. I'm shooting shots here. Some fears no joke matter. Ah, damn it, thought that was explosive. Yeah, Skulls and suck a dick, they were the worst part of Metal Gear 5. And I guess the whole second chapter of the game, making you replay mission. Alright. I haven't played Mega Man 11 yet. I turned it on, I watched the cutscene. I forgot. There we go, but I got a gun. Overpowered. I feel like they're not covering me well. I'm getting shot at from some weird direction. Can you even hear me over these explosions? Nah, I watched my footage before and it was fine.
All used up.
Well, I'm guessing it's not that bad. I was thinking, you know what I was thinking a lot? That when at some point I have it on my list of Let's Plays I want to do, I have Streets of Rage. In Streets of Rage it's possible to beat 2 players through the whole game. And I was thinking, maybe I should actually get someone to make Streets of Rage Let's Play with me. But then I don't know, because I'm recording on a console. Like I mentioned many times, I'm recording with the built-in recording system in the PS4, where you basically press share and it records. And I was thinking, how am I gonna record with like 2 people? Well, the best solution would be if like my friend also had a PS4 and he would be playing at his
I'll go
place.
low, you guard high. No
And would also
surprises that
record
way.
his voice.
I will assist.
But none of my friends
I owe
do,
you my
so he
life.
would have to,
Allow
like
me
my
to
friend
fight
would
with
have
you.
to come over,
Hey, alright.
sit here
Cut
with
the
me and play the
makeup,
game.
said you.
I jumped down. Everything Trishka and DC are gonna hook up. It was the one that was nice to her when they first met, when she was a little girl. But probably when they will have sex, he would imagine her as a little girl still.
Wait,
And
they're coming in!
that's creepy. How am I supposed to get?
Mustaine.
Go down. Fight my friend. Wish I wasn't supposed to. Anyone alive? Yeah, quadruple barrel shotgun, and I'm asking if anyone's alright. Quadruple barrel shotgun. Anyway, and the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, I guess the only solution I have. I was trying to see if maybe I could you could record like both. If I had to, I still have my headphones that I used to record with, the ones where my voice quality is like worse than it now. Because now I actually consider my voice quality to be pretty good. But not shit. Where are the enemies so I can kick them with the ball? There we go, very nice.
Precision shooting, Trishka.
You too, Ishi.
Ooh,
Glad to have you with me.
I fucking knew it. They're gonna hook up, that's it. That's official. Not fanfic. Did you guys ever wrote fanfic? I read in one time. I read fanfic like one fucking time. I I remember I was watching Game Grumps and they had this episode where they were playing Sonic Unleashed. They were reading fanfics. And I was like, wow, those are hilarious, I'm gonna read some myself. And I read one, I was looking for these like cringy ones, right? And I found one about Crash Bandicoot, where Coco gets like captured and raped like Cortex and shit like that, and Crash has like guns and he's like badass. And then I realized that this is definitely serious. This is just too over the top and stupid for it to be actually someone's serious fanfic. It's not like My Immortal, which is like the fucking ultimate goddamn treasure trove for fucking cringy fanfiction. Not a treasure trove, it's like the grand fucking example of a cringy fanfiction actually being serious. Yooka is really lightheaded when he gets drunk with one bottle of beer. Unless it's not beer. How can I get down? Or am I just supposed to cover them from upstairs? There we go. Oh shit. Not the drill in my chest. Oh, and I'm dead. Holy crap. That was brutal. I didn't even stand a chance. Shit. Oh look, use the thumper on larger enemies to smack them down the ground. That's a good advice. And now I gotta drink all the beer again. And I read another one with the Crash Bandicoot because I felt like they were reading Sonic fanfics. I'm more of a Crash Bandicoot fan, so I'm gonna read motherfucker. Thought you were dead. So I'm gonna read a Crash fanfic. And I found one with like something about Crash staying alone in at the fucking home in their island. He was kinda bored. And then he was like a fucking surfer in a rock band and shit. I guess they tried to fucking make Crash cool. But I don't know what their definition of cool was. A fucking Disney Channel cool guy. Like a surfer dude who's like, dude, that's so radical. Fucking bullshit. And basically he had sex with some characters and I really found funny the scene where he was like describing the sex and everything and what they were talking, saying during it.
Where's that backup from on high?
I'll come when I'm goddamn ready.
Oh, don't fucking do it. This is like non-stop. Then saw the drills getting stuck in the walls. I expected getting things down. I was supposed to use a thumper. I forgot I even had it. Then I'll put this thing here. I'm gonna change to a different weapon. They don't have drills anymore. Might as well use this. Oh, he just gave me some drill ammo. That's cool. I can still change to the drill later. What's going on? What's your damn problem? Oh no. I can shoot him in the ass.
Take me anytime.
Thank you.
I just saw perhaps stairs. Saying run away to himself or to me? It sounds more like saying it from fear of me, of Duke fucking Nukem. There we go, here we go. Guess I'm gonna be finishing this episode sometime soon. Ammunition. Seems like we have a little bit of a... Sorry about that, Ishii.
There is a chamber next to us.
I
It
have a
will
more
lead to the
quieter
spaceport.
moment, so I guess I could finish the episode here. Pick up some ammo. It's always nice to have ammo, right? Restock on my shit. Wait, what? Yeah, I only got one of those. Just gotta use this. So anyway, see you fellas in the next episode. Bye.